on the topic anger
which
management.
ultimately results in the increase of
As you
carbon
can see
dioxide
from the
and green.
screen, you need to
Plus,
discuss
oxides,
like what is
CFCs,
anger,
and
what is its
etc.
nature, and
accumulate in
how
the
we can
environment
express
and
them,
hence
and
increasing
how
the
can we deal
temperature,
with it.
causing hazards. The slide depicts the
Before
experimental
diving into
data
the topic, I would
that
like
which
to
have
explain what
contribute
anger
how
really
much to
is.
the global warming. From the pie
Anger is
chart,
one of the
it is
basic
clear
human
that
emotions
energy
as
supply, that is
elemental
the
as happiness
electricity
and
generation,
sadness.
is a major
These
factor
emotions are
of
tied
the
to a
global
basic
warming.
survival.
Then
Anger
the
can be a
effects
good
of the
thing.
global
It
warming.
can give you a way to express negative
The
feelings,
major
but
hazard which
expressing
has
anger,
contributed to global warming
excessive
is
anger
the
can cause
depletion
many
of the ozone
problems.
layer.
Now let us understand what
It
is
is
the
a
nature of
protective
anger.
layer above the Earth's environment which invades the ultraviolet
Anger is
rays to
related
heat
to
the
fight,
surface and
flight, or
also
a
to
freeze
maintain the
responses of the
temperature.
sympathetic
Due to the
nervous system.
accumulation of the greenhouse
It prepares
gases
humans to fight,
in the
but
environment, it is
fighting doesn't mean
continuously
throwing
depleting and
punches.
causing the
Anger
following
can be a
secondary
good thing.
hazards.
It can
That is an
motivate
increase in the ocean
communities
level,
to combat
loss of
injustice by
species, not
changing
enough
laws
food
or enforcing the
availability,
new norms.
more health problems,
Of
poverty
course,
and
anger too
displacement,
easily or
increase in the
frequently
droughts and more severe
mobilized can
storms.
undermine the relationship or damage the physical health or in
And
long term.
last, the solutions for the global
Prolonged
warming.
release of the stress
Using
hormones
LPG, compressed
can
natural gases,
damage
biogases,
our
which are
brain
produced by the
and
waste
the
products and are
areas which are linked
economical
with the
also
short
can
term
reduce the
memory.
global warming. Reducing
And also
transportation
weaken our immune
requirements for the
system.
shorter distances, adopting the
Increased
long
blood
principle
pressure and other
of
physical changes
recycle,
linked with
reuse,
anger make it
repair, and
difficult to think
reduce
straight and harm our
can
mental health.
reduce the global warming. Using
Now let
solar
us see
energy, wind
how
energy,
can we express
hydroenergy
the
for the
anger.
electricity generation, and the
People
large
use a
renewable
variety of
power
ways to
needs is
express
the
them,
most vital
but
step to
natural ways
reduce
to
the global
express
warming.
anger is to respond aggressively.
The countries
People
that
use
produce the
variety of
most
both
carbon
conscious and
dioxide are the
unconscious
China,
process
United
to
States,
deal with
India,
their
and
angry
Russia, and
feelings.
Japan.
The three main approaches
UK,
are
Maldives,
expressing,
France, and New Zealand are some of the
suppressing,
countries that legally
and
committed to
calming.
reach zero emission by
Expressing your angry
2050.
feelings in an
India will
assertive,
lose
not aggressive
50%
manner
of
is
its
one of the
energy
healthiest ways to
requirements from the
express anger.
renewable energy by
And to do this, we
2030.
have to make clear what our
India will
needs are
reduce total
and how to get them
projected
fulfilled
carbon emission
without
by 1
hurting
billion
others.
tons from
Being
now
assertive
onwards
doesn't
till
mean
2030.
demanding,
These
it
are
means
some
being
of the steps
respectful to
taken
ourselves and
by the
others.
countries to control the
Suppressing.
global
Anger
warming
can be suppressed and then
and
converted
hence
or
try to save the
redirected.
world.
This happens when you
That's
hold
all
in your
from my
anger,
side.
stop
Thank you.
thinking about it, and focus on something positive. The aim is to inhibit or suppress the anger and convert it to more constructive behavior. But the danger in this type of response is that if it is allowed outward expression, your anger can turn inward on yourself. Anger turned inward may cause hypertension, high blood pressure, or depression. Finally, you can calm down inside. You can just control your outward behavior, but also your internal responses, like taking steps to lower your heart rate, calming down yourself, and let the feeling subside. Now, the question may arise in your mind that why are some people are more angry than the others? Some people get more angry or more intensely than the average person does. People who are easily angered generally have a low tolerance for frustration, inconvenience, and annoyance. Now, what makes these people this way? One cause may be genetic or psychological. There is evidence that some children are born irritable, touchy, and easily angered, and these signs are present from a very early age. Another may be social culture. And anger is often regarded as negative as a result. So we don't learn how to channelize it in a more constructive manner. Research has also found that family background plays a very vital role. Typically, people who are angered come from families that are chaotic and not skilled at emotional communications. Now, what can you do if anger becomes a problem rather than a emotion? You should control it before it controls you. You can go for some anger management therapies. Now, let us see what is anger management. Anger management is to reduce both our emotional feelings and the psychological arousal that anger causes. You can't get rid of the things or the people that enrage us, or not we can change them. But we can learn how to control our reactions. Professionals like mental health counselors deal with those who have trouble managing anger. They can train to respond their anger as unwanted and unpleasant rather than react to its needs. The main tool to turn off anger is to turning a blind eye towards anger. Now let us see
मैं नहीं
what we
उठ रहा
can do
हूँ
to keep anger at bay. Relaxation. Some simple relaxation tools such as deep breathing and relaxing imaginary can help you calm down your angry feelings. You can also take some courses and books which can teach you relaxation techniques and you can cope up with them. Some of these relaxation tips are: you can breathe deeply, or you can repeat a phrase like relax or take it easy. You can also imagine some visualization which will help you to calm down easily. Next is cognitive restructuring. It means change the way of thinking you think. You can remind yourself that getting angry is not going to fix anything, that it won't make you feel better. Remind yourself that the world is not out to get you. You are just experiencing some of the rough spots of daily life. Do this every time you feel angry, and it will give you a more balanced perspective. Better communication. Angry people tend to jump to act on conclusions, and some of those conclusions can be very inaccurate. The first thing to do if you are in a heated discussion is to slow down and think through your responses. Don't say the first thing that comes into your mind, but slow down and think carefully about what you want to say. At the same time, listen carefully to what the other person is saying and take your time before answering. Using humor. Silly humor can diffuse rage in a number of ways. For example, you can imagine a co-worker as a single cell life form, sitting at a desk talking on the phones, going to meetings. This will take a lot of edge off your furiousness and humor, but humor can be relied on to help and not a tense situation. But there are two cautions in using humor. First, don't try to laugh off your problems. Rather, use a humor to help yourself face them more constructively. Second, don't give in harsh, sarcastic humor. That's just another form of unhealthy anger expression. Problem solving. The problems or situations that make you more furious, resolve them to give it your best, but also not to punish yourself if an answer doesn't come your right way. If you can approach it with your best intentions and efforts, make a serious attempt to face it, you will be less likely to lose a patience, even if the problem does not get solved right away. Changing the environment. Sometimes it's our immediate surroundings that give us cause for irritation and furiousness. In such type of situations, give yourself a break. Make sure you have some personal time scheduled for times of the day that you know are particularly stressful. And at the last, I would like to give some tips to ease on yourselves, like avoiding the situations that you find irritable. Find a channel to channelize your energy, like YouTube, exercising, listening, podcasts, and music. Don't hold a grudge, learn the art of forgiveness. And in the tense situation, try to share things with your friends or anyone else. And at the last, I would like to thank Hina ma'am for her guidance and my fellow classmates for their time and patience.